Good morning, students. How are you all? So again we are here to learn something new. In the previous classes we have talked about the chapter 1, that is number from up to 1 crore. Do you remember all the things? We started from the digit, then we went on to numbers, and then we talked about place values and how to arrange the given numbers, how to order them in different places. These all things we learned about the numbers. Now second chapter is about the operation of the numbers. That means what you people can do if you have lot of numbers, then what you people can do. So we have basic 4 operations of the numbers, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. These are the 4 operation of numbers which you can do with your given numbers. These 4 operations have different signs. This you all know. It's a very common that you need, that a plus sign is for addition. Then we have minus for subtraction. Then we have a cross sign, that is for multiplication, and then we have this for division. These are different signs. Can you see? These are the different signs which we are seeing. These are for the operations. But these are the 4 operations. We will be starting from the very first, that is addition. So the first operation of our numbers is addition. Addition is, can you tell me why when we do addition? When we put together 2 or more numbers, okay? Suppose we have 2 numbers and we have to put together. So we use addition operation. The sign for this is the plus sign. Now, can you see this sign? Now the first term which we will be coming in contact with, that is addends. It's addend. So the numbers which we are adding, suppose I have given you an example of a very small digit, that is we have 5 plus 2. So plus is the sign which we are using for the operation of addition, and 5 and 2, these are the 2 addends. When we add these 2 addends, the answer which we get will be 7, and this 7 will be called as sum. Okay, so whenever I will be asking you, or whenever you find any question to find out the sum of the given 2 numbers, so you don't have to search for the sign. Sum means as soon as you come in contact with the word sum, then you should know that they are asking for sum, and to find out the sum we have to add the numbers. So you will be adding by using the sign, plus sign. So the numbers which we are adding will be called as addends, and the answer will be called as sum. Now while doing these operation of addition, we have certain properties in which if we know this, then we don't have to write it, or we don't have to solve or calculate the things. We will be writing the answers. And this is a very common thing which you all know, but you should know in the words also. The first property is of order, that when we can add numbers in any order and the sum will be the same. This I have given you in the material. That what does it mean? That when you change the order of the addends, okay, first you have written 5 plus 2. You have written 5 plus 2, it was 7. But if you will write 2 plus 5, then also it will be 7. This is the basic property. Okay, so whatever the order will be, the answer will be the same, or the sum will be the same. So the second property is when we are adding 2 numbers and one of the number is, or one of the addend is 0. If we are adding any 2 numbers and one of the addend is 0, the answer will be the number itself. Are you seeing that 5 plus 0 is equal to 5? Or you can say 0 plus 5 is equal to 5 only. If I am adding any number with 0, the answer will be the number itself. Now the third and the last property of addition is sum of 1 and the number. If you are adding 1 to any number, what will be the sum? Automatically, in suppose it can be a small number, 5 plus 1 we are talking about. 5 plus 1, the number will be the number after that number. That means when we add 1 to a number, the answer is the number after 5. After 5 what comes? 6. If suppose I am saying I am adding 5673 to 1, instead of writing and calculating everything, automatically it should come into your mind that it will be 5674. That means whenever we are adding any number with 1, the sum will be the number just after of that particular number. I gave you, so let's revise about addition. Then when we are adding two addends, then we get sum. The numbers which we are adding are called addends. Okay. And when we are this was the properties, basic properties I told you. When we are talking about the large numbers, now you are in class 5 and you people must, while adding large numbers, you know this thing that if it is 1-digit number, 2-digit number, 3-digit number or 4-digit number, your addition should start from the ones place. Suppose I have given you an example. Can you see on the board? That example is 5673 plus 2160. From where you are going to start your addition? But obvious, you will be starting your addition from 3 plus 0, it will be 3. Then 7 plus 6 will be 13. 3 you will be writing here and 1 will be carried forward. 1 plus 6 is equal to 7. 7 plus 1 is equal to 8. We don't have anything to carry down. So we will simply add 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. The answer will be 7,833. So these were the properties of addition. Okay, now we will talk about another operation, that is subtraction. For subtraction, which sign we are using? That is minus sign. You are looking at the board. This is the sign for which we are using for subtraction. Now we have two numbers to subtract. In addition, both the numbers were called addend. But here in subtraction, there is a little bit difference between the terms. The two numbers are, first number is minute and another number is subtrahend. Now what is this minute? The number from which we are subtracting. That means the bigger number. Is it okay? The bigger number from which we are subtracting is called the minute. So whenever you are doing subtraction, minute will come first, the bigger number. Then we will switch over to second term, that is subtrahend. The number which we are subtracting from the minute is called subtrahend. That means the smaller number. Bigger number is called minute, smaller number is called subtrahend. The number from which we are subtracting is called minute. The number which we are subtracting from the minute is called subtrahend. Okay, these are the two different terms. Then when we are subtracting, we are getting some answer. That answer is called difference. In addition, we have learned that two numbers are called addends. When we add two addends, we get sum. But in subtraction, we have, when we are subtracting subtrahend from minute, we get difference. Okay. Now let's talk about the properties of the subtraction. The first property is the number. There is any number. Okay. And we are subtracting the same number from that number. Can you see this example? I have taken 5 minus 5. I have taken number. And I am subtracting 5 from 5. So what we are getting? 0. Instead of going for calculation and everything, if we have the two same numbers and we are subtracting each other, the minute will be the same, subtrahend will be the same, difference will be 0. Okay. Next property is, suppose I have any number as a minute and I am subtracting 0 from that. That means subtrahend is 0. So what will be the difference? the number itself will be the difference. 5 minus 0 is equal to 5. It can be any bigger number. Suppose I am subtracting 563, the number is and I am subtracting 0 from it, then it will be, the answer will be 563 only. Instead of going, if you will be keeping these properties in the mind, instead of calculating every time and writing numbers vertically or horizontally to check the answer, if you are keeping these properties in the mind, it will be making your calculation easy. Last but not the least, I am telling you one more thing, that addition and subtraction has inverse operation. They are inverse operation. That means if you want to check your addition, you can check by using the subtraction method. This you will be doing in further exercises when I will be explaining you. When you have to check subtraction, then you can use addition. Okay, so they have the this inverse, they are the inverse operation. Another inverse operation is multiplication and division. Now further I have given you the oral questions and MCQs questions. You will be doing that in the copy, and we will be meeting. Hopefully you people have learned something new today, and please, you have query, then I am here on the Google Classroom. Write it and ask me, and have a good day. Stay at home, stay safe.